describe some of the injuries you saw Jake and Ella sustain before the day in question?
Well, they were always covered in mysterious bruises. Jake had a broken wrist after skateboarding with Max. Ella said that Max pushed her head under the water in the pool, held her there.
Did you confront Max?
Yes. He said they were playing.
What was your response?
Well, I knew this wasn't normal. Everything about Max felt wrong. I mean, even when he was a baby...
Objection, Your Honour.
Mr. Gardner, if you could restrict yourself to facts rather than emotions and opinions.
Was there a specific act you witnessed which led you to this conclusion?
We bought the kids rabbits on Easter. I was watching Max playing with them outside. The phone rang. I went inside to answer it. When I hung up, Max came in and said the rabbits had escaped onto the road and died.
Mr. Gardner, I'd like to take you back to the day Jake died. What were you doing at approximately 12:30 p.m.?
Playing tennis with my wife at home. The kids were inside.
And what happened when you finished playing tennis?
We went back to the house. It was really quiet. That doesn't happen with 3 kids. So, well, I called out, but they didn't answer. Verge went to have a shower. I felt there was something wrong. So I went to Ella's room. She wasn't there, so I went into the front yard.
What did you see?
A shape on the ground under a blanket. I thought, oh, Jake's playing hide and seek, so I went over to tickle him. And he wasn't pretending. His body was cold, and his lips. I knew he was dead. So I got up and I went to Max's room. He was just sitting there, doing his homework.
I didn't mean to hurt him.
You're lying.
All stand.
Mrs. Warden, is the defense ready to proceed?
Your Honour, before we do, there is a matter which ought to be raised in the absence of the jury.
What's she
Members
doing?
of the jury, you'll be called back after a brief recess.
Your Honour, I was frankly surprised when the Crown's case made it through committal. With no disrespect meant to my learned friend, the past few days have clarified this view. The defence has no case to answer. The threshold issue here is the presumption of Dolly Incapax, a presumption the Crown has failed to rebut.
I quite agree.
Your Honour, I must protest. The Crown's case is clear.
Clear that Max Gardner is not a very nice little boy, that he is a bully and undoubtedly requires counselling to correct his behaviour.
Well, then Your Honour must see the value in running this trial. The Crown has the right to cross-examine the defence witnesses to further rebut the Dolly Incapax presumption.
If the Crown's evidence has not proven that Max Gardner knew what he was doing was seriously wrong when he put his arm around his brother's neck, then no amount of cross-examination will. Bring in the jury. Frankly, I'm disgusted. DPP bringing a case like this before the courts is an abusive process. Members of the jury, as a matter of law, I have concluded that the evidence given by the Crown could not establish the essential ingredients of the offence of murder by an accused who is 11 years of age. The verdict must come from you, as the jury. But you have no choice in the matter because of my ruling in law. You will not need to retire to consider your verdict. I shall simply say to the foreperson of the jury, Do you, in accordance with my direction, find the accused not guilty of murder? The answer will be yes.
Mr. Foreperson?
Do you, in accordance with my direction, find the accused not guilty of murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Gardner, do you believe your son is innocent?
Children.
Matt.
Where is he sending the police?
It's outrageous. How can he throw the trial out before the defense even started?
It's at his discretion. You know the law. It's like tofu. It can be whatever you want.
It's not worth appealing his direction to acquit. So Max just walks.
Whether Max was convicted or not, it's a life sentence for that family. Every day, Virginia will wonder if her son's a monster, if Ella will ever be safe, if her marriage can ever be repaired.
He's a tree believer.